Hiring an attorney without verifying their credentials can cost you time, money, and even your case. Let's ensure you're protected. Welcome to this explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here today because we are tackling something incredibly vital. Our mission right now is to empower you with the exact step-by-step knowledge you need to securely verify any Florida attorney's credentials. Because whether you're entering a legal dispute, managing compliance, or just planning for the future, knowing exactly who is representing you, well, that's your first line of defense.
So, like I just mentioned, the stakes here are absolutely massive. When you enter a legal battle, your attorney is literally your shield. But if that shield is compromised, if they aren't fully authorized to practice law, the consequences can be completely disastrous for you. It's a risk we're going to eliminate entirely today.
And just to put things into perspective for a second, 107,000. There are over 107,000 licensed members of the bar in Florida right now. That is a massive crowd, which perfectly illustrates why you need the right tools to filter through the noise and identify exactly who is qualified and, honestly, who might not be. You just can't take a flashy advertisement's word for it anymore.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. Why verify your attorney? 2. The role of the Florida bar. 3. A step-by-step verification guide. 4. Real-world scenarios and examples. 5. Additional verification resources. And 6. Key takeaways and conclusion.
Section 1. Why verify your attorney? The high stakes of legal representation.
Picture this for a moment. What happens if you unknowingly hire an attorney with a hidden 10-year disciplinary history? Relying on someone whose past involves unethical conduct, financial mismanagement, or even past suspensions. It's a terrifying thought, right? Everything they file on your behalf could be compromised. But here's the amazing thing. A simple 5-minute check completely prevents these disastrous outcomes.
Section 2. Role of the Florida bar. The ultimate authority.
So a really crucial thing to understand is that the Florida bar isn't just some voluntary social club for lawyers. Not at all. It's actually an official administrative arm of the state's judicial branch, and it operates under the exclusive jurisdiction of the Florida Supreme Court. They serve those 107,000 members we talked about, but more importantly for us, they regulate the practice, they protect the public by prosecuting unethical behavior, and they maintain a mandatory official directory that tracks every single licensed attorney in real time.
And when they're evaluating these lawyers, they look at two distinct concepts: ethics versus professionalism. Think of ethics as the ground floor rules. If an attorney breaks these, they face formal discipline, like a suspension or even disbarment. Professionalism, on the other hand, well, that represents the penthouse, the highest ideals of the profession, like character, competence, commitment, and civility. The bar expects lawyers not just to scrape by on those minimal ethics, but to actively practice high professionalism.
Section 3. Step-by-step verification guide. Your protective shield.
Okay, here is your tactical step-by-step guide to accessing this primary verification protocol. Step 1. You go directly to floridabar.org/directories/findmbr. Step 2. You run a search using the attorney's name, their law firm, or their unique 7-digit bar number if you happen to have it. And Step 3. You interpret their current licensing status and check that disciplinary history. It really is that straightforward. And what's incredibly cool is just how transparent the bar's public records are. Disciplinary actions are visibly posted right there on an attorney's profile. In fact, for any public discipline finalized within the last 10 years, say a public reprimand or suspension, it is right out in the open. And for cases closed after July 2007, the bar even provides direct, clickable hyperlinks to the formal complaints, the referee reports, and the final Supreme Court orders. I mean, you get to read the actual documents.
Real quick, before we move on, I want to share a pro tip with you. The Florida bar's search tool uses what's called wildcard logic. So if you are ever unsure of a tricky spelling for a lawyer's name, don't even sweat it. Just enter a partial name, like MITH, and it'll automatically cast a wider net in the directory, returning expanded matches like Mitchell. Honestly, it's a huge time saver.
Section 4. Real-world scenarios and examples. Decoding the results. So once you run that search, each classification you see on a profile carries legally binding rules about an attorney's authority to represent you. If it says member in good standing, awesome, green light. They are cleared to practice law and manage cases. But if it says fee delinquent, hit the brakes immediately. That means they are not in good standing and currently cannot practice. And if you see discipline, suspend, or disbar, that is a massive red flag indicating formal sanctions have been applied. stay away.
Now, on the flip side of those red flags, here is a major green light you want to look out for: board certification. Finding a legitimate attorney is great, for sure, but spotting this specific certification means they have been rigorously vetted, intensely tested, and explicitly approved by their peers for having special skills and elite knowledge in a specific area of law. It's basically the gold standard of competence in Florida.
But what if a status does look a bit problematic? Here's exactly how you dig deeper. First, check that 10-year public profile window we talked about earlier. Click those hyperlinks for any recent formal complaints. If the discipline happened before July 2007, you can actually just contact the Florida Bar directly to request the physical archives, and that's thanks to Florida's Sunshine Law. Plus, whenever you're interviewing an attorney, always ask if they have any pending criminal history or malpractice claims. Those things can severely impact their ability to serve you.
Section 5. Additional verification resources. Beyond the state directory.
If you want to be incredibly thorough, cross-referencing the state data with federal courts or local county clerks guarantees the attorney is actively practicing exactly where you need them. If your case is federal, check the Southern District or Middle District portals. Actually, scratch that. Just remember, for the Middle District, you have to type their 7-digit bar number with leading zeros or it won't work. On a local level, check county clerk databases. Places like Escambia County or Palm Beach County allow you to search civil and criminal dockets. It's a great way to confirm their local litigation history and see if they're actively appearing in court.
Just a quick heads up on those local searches, though. These systems definitely have limitations. For instance, Palm Beach's e-case view limits returns to a maximum of 200 results. So, if you're searching for a highly active attorney, you'll probably need to narrow your search by filtering by specific court type, file dates, or a party name just to manage all those high caseload returns effectively.
Section 6. Key takeaways and conclusion. Empowering your choice. All right, here is your ultimate summary. 1. Always recognize the immense stakes of using unverified counsel. 2. Rely on the Florida Bar official directory as your absolute primary source of truth. 3. Understand exactly what those binding status classifications mean for you. And 4. Don't hesitate to cross-check with local court records to get a full 360-degree view of their practice. By following these simple but incredibly powerful steps, you ensure you're fully protected from fraud, incompetence, and just plain wasted money.
Which brings us to our final takeaway for you today. Are you ready to take control and confidently verify your next legal protector? I truly hope this explainer leaves you feeling empowered, informed, and completely capable of independently vetting any legal professional in the state of Florida. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and now you've got the strategy.
Before we go, please remember, this explainer is for informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal advice. Always consult a professional for specific legal guidance tailored to your situation. You now hold the keys to protecting your legal future. The only question left is, who are you really hiring?